So I have a lot of great questions too. I would love to. I'm a traveler. My blog is called Caravan Girl, and it's all about us, traveling and exploring new places. So I want to hear about some of the new places that you're suggesting that are like really hip and fashionable to check out this summer.
Yeah, you bet. One of the places that's the coolest new place in is actually in New York, of all places. Some place where you'd think, oh, been there, done that. There's a new hotel there though called Public that's on the
Okay.
south side of Manhattan, and it is the new cool trendy hotel really anywhere in the United States.
And what do you love so much about it?
It's got just great lines and great open spaces, killer bar. You can really just, get there and just sort of see all of the it people in New York.
So fun. Are there any other places like close to New York that you would suggest, like little weekend getaways?
I'll tell you, this sounds like it's sort of been done, I'm sure, but there's so many places that are sort of classic Americana, that can be really, really fun that are really close by. I'm taking my 13-year-old daughter to Boston this weekend for her big 13th birthday trip. She got to pick anywhere in the United States that she wanted to go, and it's been really interesting. I went to Boston, 20 years ago, and it's been really interesting sort of rediscovering a city like that. There's so many places like that where we went as kids that you can really sort of rediscover as an adult and have it be a completely different experience.
Totally, totally. And you have, I know Expedia has this amazing report too, the flip flop report. What is that all about?
Yeah, so every single year, Expedia, we talk to people in 17 different countries about their attitudes and behaviors on the beach. And one of the things that we found is that people can really universally agree on the people that we hate to run into at the beach. So that's folks like the slob, somebody who's
Oh,
got
goodness.
their garbage everywhere.
Yep.
The inattentive parents, the people who just let their kids run wild, and then the sand flinger. So that's that person who, imagine you are laying there, you just put on your sunscreen, and then they come up, they're, sitting next to you and they shake out their towel and get sand all over you. And that's the sand flinger. And I will tell you, that's my least favorite person on the beach.
Yeah, totally, totally. Or that person that just got out of the water and then walks by you and gets you all wet
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Exactly.
So we spoke a little bit about some places, cities, very very metropolitan. What are some beach spots that are hot right now on Expedia that maybe we can get a great deal still, even though it's we're halfway through the summer. Where would I go on Expedia to maybe find like a great beach getaway?
Yeah, so there's a couple of different tips that I would have for you. The first is a place like Mexico or Puerto Rico. The sweet spot for booking those trips is 21 to 30 days out from the date of your departure. And so you're really in this great spot if you're looking to go somewhere that's sort of the first half of August. Those
Hmm.
beach destinations are really great. The other one that's really, really popular is to go to Europe and some of the great beach places in Europe. Croatia and Greece in particular are very, very popular this year,
Yeah,
but they're
I love
not that expensive to
Croatia.
go to.
Yeah, Croatia. I went there on my honeymoon. It's great,
Oh, yeah, it's
Dubrovnik, and I mean the
beautiful.
best swimming holes ever. My
Yeah.
husband and I are still trying to find a swimming hole nearby that could like somehow resemble that experience that we had, but haven't found anything like that. So dreaming of Croatia all the time.
Yeah, well, and
And
the neat thing about
Santorini's beautiful too.
yeah.
I know you mentioned Greece.
Yeah, no, the great thing about going there now too is the US dollar is so strong compared to the euro that your dollar will really stretch when you're in the destination, which makes those really, really great places to go.
Yeah, that's awesome. What are like some like travel hacks? I know you mentioned one in regards to like the booking out 21 to 30 days before for Mexico. Are there any other quick other travel hacks that people can look out for?
Well, there's two really big ones. The first one is always book your flight and your hotel at the exact same time. So, really
Oh,
often we're sort of
smart.
trained to book our flight before and then we book our hotel after. Booking them together will save you, on average, up to about $600 across sort of all destinations. And in big resort destinations, so places like the Caribbean and Mexico and Hawaii, you can save more like $800 to $1,100 on your trip just by booking it as a package.
So fun. And in regards to like cultural destinations, like are you seeing any like where you would recommend go and have like this amazing. I know we talked a little bit about Americana, but like maybe an something totally new cultural experience when traveling.
Well, I will say, one of the things that is really, really interesting right now in this exact moment in time is to think about Cuba. We don't really know what the future of that is going to look like. But there is still an opportunity to go there. And I've been there, and it was just an amazing experience getting to know the people and getting to really understand the culture. And, we're in this special little window right now that may never exist again. So I would say, now is the time to get on a plane and head down south.
Yeah, I haven't been, but it's definitely on my list of places. I know there's so much art and culture and amazing food and dance and so much to see there in Cuba.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
Yeah, definitely must check it out. Where in regards to like best beaches here in the United States, like where are some beach destinations that you would recommend to maybe check out if you're thinking about like you know you live in New York and you want to go to California or some other places? Where would you recommend?
Well, two beaches that I really love for East Coasters are in Savannah, Georgia. So there's one called Tybee Island and Tybee
Wow.
Beach, which is just it's just one of my favorite beaches in the world. It's stunningly beautiful, great sand, great beach, but not so touristy that you're really going to be crowded. So Tybee's great, and then Pensacola has some of the best beaches. Whenever we do these studies of best beaches in the world, you'd be surprised. You think of Pensacola as just some random place in Florida. It is spectacular in terms of a beach city.
So fun. And then obviously you're the global communications vice president. What are you seeing in regards to like people documenting their vacations? Like, are you seeing anything fun in regards to like new trends on Instagram or like are any fun tips on how to document your amazing trip you might catch from Expedia?
Yeah, one of the things that we really see is there's two things on Instagram. It's the new stories feature. People really, we used to be concerned when you would travel, you would sort of overgram something.
Mhm.
Well, now with the stories, you can really sort of paint that picture of your whole trip without sort of spamming people in terms of their feed. And then the other one is really using that new feature where you can have multiple photos in the same post to, again, really tell that story without sort of, spamming your friends.
Sure, sure. And I come from a fashion background too. Like I know we spoke about Cuba and Croatia, but like where is there another other place out there that you would recommend maybe go to get like some amazing inspiration, colors and textiles and all of that potentially?
One of the places that I just love more than any other place on the planet is New Orleans in terms of the colors and the foods and the smells and the textures. It's really a great place to go and get inspired. And it still is a place where they really need tourism dollars down there to keep the economy running and to really help it recover. Still, almost a decade after Katrina.
Yeah, and they have amazing food too, and beignets and so much, good foodie items that you can try too while you're down there, and amazing music. So
Yeah,
that's always
absolutely.
a great place. I know, and I know how beautiful the colors are too of all the houses and everything to check out while you're there. And like if I'm traveling with friends, this is my last question. Like, where would you say like is a great place to maybe like go on Expedia and find like maybe a beach house or like a place that we can all go together? We like to go diving, but that doesn't necessarily have to be something that we do. But like somewhere we can all go together, maybe get a place and just have a really good time. Maybe it's an all-inclusive spot or something of that sort.
Yeah, so I think all inclusives are great when you're traveling with friends. Expedia has a partnership with HomeAway if you want to rent a whole house. My
Oh,
husband and I
yeah.
were just looking at houses in Belize just over the weekend that are, these big houses where you can stay with a whole bunch of people and, go diving basically, 15-minute boat ride away from where you are.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, so many great tips. I love it, and I can't wait I'm going to check out that flip flop report, and definitely Cuba's on my list. So I think you saying that today really, I have to make that happen.
Well, I hope you have safe travels.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you, and have a great rest of the summer.
Thanks for having me. You too.
Okay, bye.